Here's your daily Premier League news and transfer window roundup with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator and YouTuber. Thanks, Chris Callum, for this opportunity. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please do like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. And we'll start with Sky Sports, who report AS Roma have confirmed their interest in West Ham's Mavropanos. Next, Sky Sports report that 3 Premier League clubs are pushing for the Stefan Ortega deal from Manchester City. Fabrizio Romano reports that LAFC have already presented their initial proposal to Heung-min Son as the new star of their project. The decision is up to Son in his speech to Thomas Frank and clarify his future as soon as possible. Spurs will let Son decide about his next step. Fabrizio Romano reports that Aston Villa have rejected an approach from Manchester United for Emi Martinez for a loan deal. Manchester United is still deciding internally with experienced goalkeepers and young goalkeepers as options. Le Mans from Antwerp remains one of the main names being considered. Fabrizio Romano reports that Manchester City agreed deal to sign James Trafford from Burnley as new goalkeeper. Here we go. Deal in place with Burnley under the value of £40 million. Buyback clause. Trafford said yes to Manchester City as Pep Guardiola really wanted him. Newcastle are also informed about Trafford's decision. Next, the Mirror Football report that Tottenham are open to selling Heung-min Son if they receive an offer between 15 and 20 million. Alistair Gold via Football London reports that Mikey Moore is keen for a loan move this summer to ensure he gets a regular first-team football next season for his development. Thomas Frank will make the final call on what to do with Mikey Moore. Mail Sport report that Christian Romero will be leading the contender to become the next captain of Tottenham if Son departs for LAFC after the club's pre-season tour, which is now expected. Fabrizio Romano reports that Victor Gyökeres has just received written authorization from Sporting to undergo his medical at Arsenal. Medical will take place on Saturday with Swedish striker expected in London Friday night. The saga is over. Fabrizio Romano says more on the exclusive story with James Trafford joining Manchester City, so he understands medical tests will take place early next week. Main part on Monday, Man City to pay £27 million fee to Burnley for the goalkeeper. Next, Fabrizio Romano reports that once again Alexander Isak wants Liverpool only. That's his priority. No talks at Al Hilal, Chelsea or Manchester United. David Olsen reports that Newcastle had the chance to close the James Trafford deal pre-World Cup, and Manchester City are not considering a 22-year-old goalkeeper at that point, but Newcastle's offer was far too low. By the time the bid was raised too late as Man City arrived and convinced the Burnley and England under-21s international about their project. Leeds United have made a bid in the excess of £26 million for Feyenoord winger Igor Pasicu, reporting several sources including Sky Sports. Sky Sports report that 2 of the Saudi Arabian Premier League top clubs are understood to be interested in signing Antony from Manchester United. Sky Sports News report that Victor Gyökeres has been given the clearance to complete his £63.8 million move to Arsenal after a total agreement was reached with Sporting. Arsenal set to pay £55.1 million fixed fee plus £8.7 million in add-ons. Sky Sports report that Wrexham have made an approach to sign Christian Eriksen. Sky Sports report that Bayern Munich are back in contact with Liverpool over a deal, can get my words out, for Luis Diaz. The German champions had a bid worth £58.5 million rejected earlier this month, but are not going to give up the pursuit on the winger. Fabrizio Romano reports that Maximin Esteban has signed a new deal at Burnley, and he understands it will be valid until June 2030. Burnley received 3 approaches for the defender, who could still leave in the summer 2026, but not now. Not anymore. Deal with Spurs was never concrete and links are simply wide of the mark. Fabrizio Romano reports that before flying to London shortly, Victor Gyökeres has confirmed to Arsenal his desire to take the iconic number 14 shirt. Decision has been confirmed. Fabrizio Romano reports that Victor Gyökeres and his agent were on their way to London Friday night. Gyökeres is set for an Arsenal medical. He only ever wanted to join them. He's very key, his agent, to help his client get the club was the club he wanted. Ruben Amorim said, "We need to be really careful when we sign players. If we start the season with this squad, I am happy." Ruben Amorim on Sancho, Anthony and Garnacho, he said, "If they reach a point where they have to join the team, they will join the team because they are our players. If the club doesn't get the right price, they will stay, and I'm ready to receive the players." Bournemouth have confirmed that Junior Stanislas has left Bournemouth to take on a first team coaching role at Ipswich Town. And Fabrizio Romano says negotiations between Benfica and Chelsea for João Felix are continuing as George Mendes maintains an excellent relationship on both sides. Benfica are open to negotiating a permanent deal based on Chelsea's request, and João Felix is keen, personally, on the move. Those are your headlines in the last 24 hours. Let's go through and pick out the main ones and dissect them. Start with Heung-min Son. Looks like a huge possibility now that he does leave Tottenham, but after that pre-season tour. Villa's interesting. Martinez expecting to go by seems of things, but rejecting approaches at the moment. We did see like Martinez to seem a good buy, didn't it, from him at the end of the year. James Trafford, I don't know how we feel about that. Obviously, Burnley making a lot of money, but I think they get more than that. What was it, 27 million? I said I thought they'd get more, but if I'm honest with you, so let me know what you think. Is that a good deal or not? Romero expects to be Tottenham captain, leading contender, no surprise, being the current vice captain along with James Maddison. Gyökeres looks like that deal's done. Yeah, £27 million fee. It's a £40 million buyback clause and £27 million, but it will be benched. City just buying anything at this point. Some people will say Burnley probably got a good deal. I don't know. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. If you're Burnley, you're like, oh, I didn't get 40 million, but they're never going to get 40 million anyway. So it depends which way you look at it. Yeah, another news. Wrexham's approach to Christian Eriksen. I mean, that's proper mad. Obviously, we're covering it because Eriksen being a Man United player. I mean, wow, that's something else. Wrexham certainly trying to do deals with players with Premier League experience towards the end of their career. They tried to do it with Ben Davies as well. But I mean, they're not giving up with Luis Diaz. Teams have got lots of cash to spend. Yeah, Gyökeres deal done. Take number 14 shirt. Amarin's all of a sudden really happy with the transfer window. Seems really positive. I think Man United. It's a good mood around the club at the moment going into next season. Didn't see the Stanislas thing coming. First team coaching role at Ipswich Town. Interesting. And João Felix as well. Weird sign from Chelsea, but is expected to leave. So not many headlines and not many opinions to give from me, but as your daily Premier League news headlines and opinions of me, Harry Scarfe. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Chris Cullen, for this opportunity. I'm a proud regular here. If you want to follow me, you can. It'd be greatly appreciated at Harry Scarfe32 across all socials. Also have my own YouTube channel, Harry Scarfe. Can you say my very own podcast too, Tottenham podcast called the Scarfe's Personal Podcast. But as I said, I'm a proud regular here. Thanks so much for coming in again. Make sure you come back tomorrow for your daily Premier League news and transfer window roundup.